Can we see if we can get to that 8-hour mark? See if YouTube Live can hold up to that 8-hour mark. I'm not willing to try. Welcome to Uncle Scotty's non-denominational holiday extravaganza, a tradition like no other, which I don't think is a tradition at all, in all honesty. I am fairly certain it's not, actually. I think I've done this once every other year. And often it's drunk as well. But I'm not drinking. I'm not drinking. I'm just on coke. Just on coke and methamphetamines. So why are we doing this? It's because I'm bored. I'm bored and I have no family to go to because they're in Maryland. I'm in North Dakota. Jen's in the other room and she's sick of me. So if she's sick of me, I go in here, I flip on the camera, and you get a little one-on-one time with Uncle Scotty. Also, this serves as a show for the people who actually listen to the show. It's always good to do something like that because we are kind of taking off this week. It's a weird time with Christmas being on a Tuesday. Everyone's traveling. So the Patanzos are doing their dang thing. And I'm here and I'm doing my dang thing. And might as well do this, and we might as well get monetized for this as well. Put this up on the iTunes while it's not an official show. That Christmas ham, you're gonna see it. You're gonna hear it. So we got that going for us. But in any case, hopefully you'll enjoy this. A year in review, because like I said, we're not necessarily doing a show because it's a weird spot. Everyone's kind of whatever. And here we are. We're just going to do almost a year in review because the next time that we will do it, I don't know. I think we're going to do it in the new year. No, January 2nd. Yeah. I'm going to plug all my stuff. That's why I'm taking all these pauses. Yeah, so January 2nd is our next official Face Off Hockey show. And then we're going to go from there. So this is kind of a year in review, personal, professional, otherwise, and we're going on from there. So this year for Face Off Hockey Show, it's been a fun year. Been a fun year in that we've started to get things a little bit more going. We're trying to get more push. We're trying to get more, and we're adding podcasts. We're deleting podcasts. We're adding more podcasts. All kinds of fun stuff on the Face Off Hockey Show media faction. We've started the Chesapeake Hockey Week. I've started that because of the Maryland Black Bears coming into town in April, creating a development program for Maryland, unlike we've seen before in Maryland program. Because if you know Maryland hockey, if you lived in the area, nothing's been like that. Kids are going to the Northeast, go to prep schools in order to get a D1 shot. But now they got a chance to do this now, and that basically creates a ripple in development. The Black Bears will create something. The Team Maryland will have something in their EHL to have development. Hopefully, get more kids from Maryland on Team Maryland. That'd be a hell of a thing if you're able to do that. So yeah, we will see what that all brings about. I don't know what we're going to bring about. I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know what it's going to be. But it's gotten Johnny into things. It's gotten Johnny into some fun things. It's gotten into getting us into some things. Getting us a little recognition. All that other fun stuff. Because who doesn't love a little recognition? Am I right, ladies? And here we are. What did 2018 bring to us hockey-wise? Aside from aside from that banner on the wall there, you know what? If I was a better producer, this is why I need Johnny P here with me. Aside from that banner right there, the thing that creates our lives, that thing right there. Aside from that, which was the greatest moment in 28, I don't care what you say. Caps win the Stanley Cup, greatest moment in hockey in 2018. You cannot tell me any different. You could say Germany winning a silver medal in the no NHL Olympics. The Russian athletes of the Olympics. That's the cheese right there, folks. That's what you need in life, in love, in everything. So yeah, 2018 brought us that. It brought us the Stanley Cup. And that brought honestly, I hope to God Fanatics. Fanatics itself, trash. Fanatics is straight trash when it comes to they spelled a poor kid's Patrick Mahomes jersey wrong. They can't get the players' names right. Hopefully, all their authentic stuff, they get top notch. All the stuff that hold on, let me get something here. Daddy's gonna get Uncle Scotty's gonna get something here. Oh Jesus, he's dropping things. This stuff, so authentic. This stuff, the stuff that they do here, the authentic stuff. Like this is right here. It's water. It's water from the ice. They say. This is the kind of stuff Fanatics does well. They can't spell names on people's jerseys. Can't spell names on people's jerseys, right? And they want us to pay an arm and a leg for this stuff. People chiming in. Ovechkin, the cup stand was the best thing in hockey. Yeah, you're not wrong, Kyle. Cup stand was the best thing. Also, dented the hell out of the Stanley Cup. Not since it got kicked in the Rideau Canal in the 1920s by the original Ottawa Senators did the cup get so much abuse. Not since it got left in the strip club in New York because Mark Messier guaranteed it VD. Not since any of that happened has the cup party this hard. Not going to party that hard with the Penguins. Bunch of clean-cut kids over there. I don't think Sidney Crosby's had a touch of alcohol since. And even then, I think he had O'Douls in there. And the city doesn't have any cabs. I will stress that enough. Pittsburgh's a terrible city. Continues. 2018, worst city in the world, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 170 years running. To hell with the Pirates, too, the We Are Family team. I don't know why they even brought up. Point is this. 2018 brought us a lot of great things. The Olympic hockey was fantastic. Germany, led by Marco Sturm, gets a silver. The Americans were there. The Canadians were there. The Olympics athletes from Russia kind of were there. They were there, but they didn't have their flag or their national anthem. I think it was Wings. I think Wings, Paul McCartney's Wings played as their national anthem. I don't know what the national anthem was. They should have voted for the national anthem. They should have voted for what the Olympic athletes' national anthem should have been. I personally would have went with Dr. Roboto because that's kind of not really Russian. Or the Drago theme from Rocky IV. That should have been that. Just Ivan Drago, and then just it's an EDM beat with kind of the Russian anthem, but then you insert clips of him to go, if he dies, he dies. And then that's it. Swede playing a Russian. That's good. That's good casting right there. That's 80s casting right there, ladies and gentlemen. 1980s casting. I believe the 80s was 35 years ago. 38 years ago now. This is what this show is, folks. I hope you didn't expect much. I'm rolling through this Rolodex here. For our show in general, Johnny sleeping. That was a fun thing. We had Johnny sleeping a lot. 10 months out of the 2 years he's had that. A lot of sleeping. Hall of Fame results. I was in Maryland. Maryland week. The outdoor. Oh yes, of course, the Maryland outdoor game. The outdoor game no one's going to remember. I've been to the last two outdoor games I've been to. Winnipeg and Annapolis. Both games no one remembers a goddamn thing about it. Kind of. Winnipeg, it was abnormally warm. Annapolis, the Toronto Maple Leafs jerseys were very, very, very white. Like I'm talking like ginger white. Like it was unsettlingly white. Let's see if I can bring it up here on the old Scotty screen share. Because like when you match it against the actual ice of the event, it was not a great look. It was not. It was far too white. In comparison, it was not a. It was too white. I'm trying to find a good look. Like it was burning red. Like there was an outage. There was a power outage, and the Leafs jersey still glowed. All right, is this a good one here? Yeah, let's go to see if we can get a Scotty screen share here. Like that's incredibly white. I'm not trying to be racist. That's incredibly white. Hit up a screen share here. So the Annapolis game was one that many people forget. I thought it was a great game. It was windy as hell. There we go. There's the white jerseys as we see it right there. Those are pretty white. That's some white jerseys right there. Like it's all white everything. Like it's everything. All white everything right there. You can't really like it's just white on white on white. Oh, there's my camera. Camera's back again. So there's that. That was a hell of a jersey. Like honestly, like why would you even like you want to talk? I'll show Mike Zeisberger's like mug here for a second. Mike Zeisberger, God bless him. As we'll screen share this. I mean, that's something that like look how that's the white pants. I don't understand it. Like it was very unsettling. In all honesty, it was quite unsettling. Those jerseys. Got scared a little bit. Caps jerseys look pretty good. Didn't like the whites there in the shins, the knee part. But yeah, that was that. That was a outdoor game that people forget. Went to that. That was fun. That was a hoot of a time. And of course the playoffs. Playoffs were a thing. Playoffs were a hell of a thing. Playoffs were a time where Caps fans, we lost all hope. 0-2 in Columbus. Puck goes off Lars Eller's ass and in and changes the direction of the franchise that we've known. Which, by the way, if you're signed up for the Patreon, you got something coming up really soon. It's going to be the fantasticness that is the 5 best goals from the 2018 Washington Capitals run. Because we had a debate on this and we realized we were way too close. We did this like 2 weeks after the show had the show. 2 weeks after the frickin' the Stanley Cup had happened. And we were way too close to it. So we just decided the hell with it. Oh, of course, gun cannon. Were they unable to do it because the Caps did it first? Blue pants? No, I think they just wanted to go all white. All white everything. Our boy Gun Cannon says, forgetting the most epic exclusive gray. Of course. How could I forget exclusive gray? Who can forget exclusive gray, ladies and gentlemen? Arizona State University doing the exclusive gray. If we're going to do a jersey bit, let's do a jersey bit, ladies and gentlemen. Exclusive gray. If you don't know what I'm talking about, now you get to know. By the way, I just found out how the chat works. So I'll be actually interacting with you folks. So exclusive gray is what Arizona State, when they had their 4,000 jersey connections, where they have 40 sets of gloves, 20 sets of jerseys, and all that other kind of shit. It is exclusive gray was what they used as their element. They said exclusive gray elements. I don't know what that means. Like, in all honesty, when you look at it overall, what is exclusive? Like, how is it exclusive gray? Did they trademark exclusive gray, as we see here? Look at that. Exclusive gray elements. Coolers Light in the background in this 500-seat arena. Exclusive gray. There we go. How about that? How can we forget that? How did I forget that? Here we are. So in any case, there's that. And then with jerseys this year, everyone getting a third jersey. Third jersey? My God. Everyone's going retro. Everyone's going retro for the third jerseys. They're not, and then there's the modernized retro, which the Jets are doing because I guess they don't own the rights to their old logo. They should. They used it for the Stadium Series that no one remembers. But everyone's kind of using things they used before. The Ducks, Coyotes. Coyotes one's pretty cool at least. Hurricanes adding a second flag, which boy totally ends that whole thing. The Flyers using their old Stadium Series. Same with the Penguins. Same with the Senators. Same with the Blues. Sharks going back to the stealth black, which I don't understand. The Caps going retro, which we all knew was going to happen. Islanders going to a Stadium Series jersey. The Jets going this weird ass area. Old ones for Colorado and Columbus. Retro for the Calgary Flames. I thought the Oilers put one out. I honestly did, but apparently they didn't. How does Vegas go retro? Chris brings up a very good point. if you want to buy the rights, because I'm pretty sure the IHL is a dead property, you can buy the Las Vegas Thunder. Las Vegas Thunder do the teal and black and silver. Do the Wranglers, although the ECHL will probably want money. Or you do some kind of other thing and just, I don't know, look up Vegas hockey. What does Vegas hockey have that we don't have? Strippers. But some old teams, I'm sure in the PCHL, you have to have some kind of Vegas teams there. So yeah, I think that there's plenty to be had Vegas wise. If they're going to really go retro, you can just put that stupid Vegas sign, like the Wranglers had, like the Vegas sign and poker chips or some stuff. The NHL will hate it, even though they're in bed with gambling now. There we go. Of course, Gun Cannon brings up the Whalers retro, which I think we're going to bring up. That could be another show in itself. That's something that we could do for the Soderstrom bubble. Is Jack Edwards got into the whole thing of the Dougie Hamilton, which he hates Dougie Hamilton, so let's take that into account too. But the fact that they had a retired number on a player that was playing a retired Whalers number in a Whalers jersey, which technically Jim McKenzie never played for the Hartford Whalers. He played for the New England Whalers. So if you really went into logistics, he never wore that jersey. But Jack Edwards hates everything. So fuck that. And that brings up the whole thing of whose identity is it really? Hurricane fans probably, while they liked it, I was listening to Puck 2.0, which is a thing. And Down Goes Brown, Sean McAdoo said, Carolina fans don't like it because they have no ties to it. And it's fun for everybody else, but it's not fun for Carolina fans. And then the mayor of Hartford says the whale belong in Hartford. All this other horse crap. So that could be a Soderstrom bubble topic. So get ready for that in the near future. Playoffs was something. Ilya Kovalchuk coming back. That was something. Remember that? I'm just looking through stuff here about what's happened through our year. The troubles of the Islanders. The troubles, which to this day, the Islanders still not knowing what to do. Finally, Nassau Coliseum's back up and running. They'll be out of Brooklyn soon enough. We finally get ourselves a suitable replacement with Eugene Melnick going crazy, and of course now Thomas Dundon going a little crazy. I for one welcome that. I for one welcome Thomas Dundon saying the craziest things he can do, just so we can see how crazy it can get before he has a mental breakdown. Because I think that'll be great. Not for the Carolina fans in general, but for just everyone else. Again, it's like the Hartford Whalers jersey. It's not going to be fun for Carolina fans, but everyone else is going to enjoy it. So we go to this. My God. I mean, go to the playoff run. We wanted to start in the playoff run for so long. And then go from there. Wow. I think also the haha fuck you becoming a huge thing on the Face Off Hockey Show. Ha fuck you being the roster game that we steal, and everyone, you get to that fast point. You people participate in the live chat, which we can't love you more for. Love you guys for doing that. And that was a big thing for our show. That turned things around. We got it probably replaced Around the Fish Wraps guessing game is my favorite thing. Though that could be coming back in 2019, the Around the Fish Wraps guessing game. Get a little something there. If for you old schoolers, you know what the Around the Fish Wraps is. For you new schoolers, you'll soon find out. We have to find that stinger, which again, if you want that stinger as a ringtone, holla at your boy, and I'll get you that audio file for the injury report stinger as a text tone. Or if I should join Fiverr and then do that, where I'll create your ringtone in the Jimmy Chunky Brother voice. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, that's terrible. The Gordon's Fisherman. Again, that's another retro jersey they said they were going to bring back, and they brought it back in practice jersey form. They just slapped the logo on something, and they started selling things for pennies on the dime or some shit like that. Speaking of the Whalers, nice little I'm redoing my room, and I got my little Zephyr Whalers hat here, but it's a snapback. So obviously I hate it. So that's why it's going to be hanging up adorned on my wall. Which also, shit, why not? A little fish stick. Speaking of the fish sticks, you know this is old school because sports specialties I don't think is a thing anymore. So again, snapback. If I could find a way, I'm pretty sure I can find a way. If I can get enough material, I can make this into a flex fit. I learn how to be a better human. And then go from there. Yes, Chris, hit me on Twitter for that, and I will get something to you. Because I think I actually have it on this computer. So hit me up on Twitter. I'll give you a link to it somewhere, or just send it. Actually, I think I still have your email. I'll just let me know, confirm your email, and I'll send it over to you. Like for 3 straight weeks, I'm just looking here, and it's Carolina issues. Rod Brendamore, Carolina issues at front office. Carolina issues, Rod Brendamore hiring. It's like, and this is through May. Thomas Dundon's vision. Wow. It was just all kinds of crazy crap. Lou Lamoriello going to Long Island. How about that? Did pregame. Sean Leahy was on our show. The Washington Capitals winning the Stanley Cup. What more could you want? For us as Caps fans, and I know there's a lot of people out there whose teams have not won the Stanley Cup. For Washington Capitals fans, it could very well have been the biggest. Forget weddings. Forget finding the love of your life. Forget the death of a close relative. Forget the firstborn. For Washington, D.C. and Caps fans in general, but for the area as a whole, too, from what I've been reading. Like, this could have been the greatest. The thing that makes you cry the most. The thing that makes you say to yourself, my God, I can finally die now. I have seen everything that's needed to be seen. I can now go, can now be who I want. I can live life now. I can live life now knowing the Capitals have won a Stanley Cup. That's how I felt. I can go on now. I could not see them win another playoff game. I hope I see them win another Stanley Cup. If they don't, I'll be frustrated, sure, but I saw them win one. I never thought this day would come. I think there's a lot of people out there never thought that day would come. I know how Rangers fans feel when they broke that streak. I kind of know how like the fans in Pittsburgh felt when, I don't know, they won the lottery. I know how fans in Edmonton felt when they got a new arena. Like this was a pinnacle. This was a peak. And for a fan in general, like, I can only imagine the players and everybody who's been in that front office for years. But the players crush it a lot. My God. And again, swag-tastic. Just a lot of swag all over. Like, there's swag there. There's swag over here. I got swag for my birthday. Like this right here. I'm going to bring up the camera for this because it's probably not going to show. But this right here, this is swag-tastic. Now, this is probably the prized possession right now in the entire thing. My prized possession. Number 33 out of 100, Don Beaupre number. That this was made up for the Washington Capitals. Jen, the NHL history girl, found this on Etsy because apparently you can find everything on Etsy. And this is now in my possession right now. This is so awesome. So thanks to her for that. Like, this is tremendous. Whoever did this, fantastic work. Because this is to me. And you're right, Gun Cannon. Katie Waz can go ahead. Katie Waz can go ahead and save the world. She can cure cancer. She could be whatever. She can be the Amazon CEO next. Caps won the cup. I don't care. The hell with it. I don't need that. My life's done. Let it happen. Caps win the cup. That's what I need. So I'm all for that. Then the hangover. No, there's no hang. They're first in the Metro. They're hanging out. They're doing great. Ovechkin's at 29 goals. Season's not even halfway over, I don't think. Might be. I don't know. I haven't really been keeping up stats-wise, game-wise. Oh, can we talk about the Ottawa Trouble? Oh, the Ottawa Trouble. Boy, howdy, the Ottawa Trouble. So, this all started at the end of last year with that stupid NHL 100 game, where the NHL had their 100th game in like a parking lot in Ottawa outside of Parliament Hill. Actually, I think it was the Reds Black Stadium. The point is this, though. They had this game, and before the game starts, Eugene Melnick's like, yeah, this team's probably not going to stay around if we don't get a new arena. Lo and behold, that's when the trouble starts. People are just like, what the hell is going on? Why is he saying this in this biggest weekend of the year for Ottawa? Why is he saying this? Why is he making these stupid declarations? Because he's Eugene Melnick, goddammit. He'll say whatever the hell he wants because he's insane. Because he has horses. He owns a pharmacy. He's doing great for himself. I don't think he owns it anymore. But then things start, the wheels fall off in Ottawa, as they are wont to do with a team that is a budget team, with a team that has just fighting in the front office and fans not being able to get to the game because it's like 25,000 miles outside of city center in Ottawa. It's essentially in a cavern in the woods. It's a team that there's uncertainty about their captain. It's uncertainty about their scoring. It's guys who won out. It's guys, and then we see in June the Erik Karlsson, Mike Hoffman thing between the spouses and Wags and whatever. That stuff happening, and then Erik Karlsson just not even talking to anybody out of the front office, and he gets traded to San Jose for parts. Like this is like Ottawa is just a tremendous situation. Does Melnick have any children who might want to take over once he gets out of the NHL? I don't know, Chris. I honestly don't know the timeline for Eugene Melnick. I don't think he had. I think he has a daughter, a son. He's got two daughters, Livia and Anna, according to Wikipedia. So there's that. He's divorced, so that's obviously the wife will get half the team, I'm sure. I don't know if the daughters don't look like they're I can't say. I don't judge age as well. In any case, like I don't think that they would want to get into it because that's a huge mess that their father's leaving them. Like that's something, that's an insane amount of debt they're gonna, and then recently, as of last week, the new arena deal goes upside down. So we learned the Ottawa Senators are not only a mess on the ice, they're a mess off the ice, more so than they are on the ice. And it's one begets another. The vicious cycle. So the Ottawa Senators was a thrill ride. I wonder who, just an informal poll, people who give a crap, who's more of a tire fire? Is it the Ottawa Senators? Is it the New York Islanders? Is it the Montreal Canadiens, who we haven't talked about much, but they're kind of a disastrous thing, but they kind of get thrown under the, they're doing pretty well. They're doing okay. They're not doing as horrible as people think. But, yeah, I mean, and then you have Carolina with Thomas Dundon saying these insane things. Like insanity what he's speaking. Like, it's absurd, the amount of stuff he's going through. Crazy. Hall of Fame was a thing. Jesus Christ, dropping Christmas tape everywhere. Dallas. We went to Dallas for the draft. For me, it was a working holiday. As working for the University of North Dakota, got some stuff out there. It was pretty cool. Dallas is a fun town, including the Brain Dead Brewery, which has bacon flights. We got all the 4 bacons and then the 4 beers with it. And it's Sean Leahy not being able to order it because he doesn't know how the humans work. So there's that. For the show in general, we've done some things. I think we've done some things. Johnny's been sleeping a lot. Mark was on suspension and then not on suspension. You got a Tom Wilson situation. We've been trying to do more stuff with Patreon. We're trying to do more stuff for you guys. This thing right here, kind of not a special thing. Not doing it for you guys. I'm doing this because I'm bored. But then it's technically for you guys then too. So who's the big winner? You are. Mikey's the big winner. Beautiful, baby. Anyway, so we're making enough money. I can get bidets now. It's not really from the Patreon or anything like that. I just had extra money from work. Johnny's got a new job. I've getting more gigs in my job. Mark's got a kid. We're doing all right for ourselves. The show as general, I think the show's going well. Like I said, we've expanded with the Chesapeake Hockey Week as a podcast. We've expanded with the Soderstrom Bubble being a little bit more regular. We've expanded a lot. Wasteland's kind of expanded a little bit, trying to decrease that. Maybe that's not great. We've been having fun weekends, going to random beach houses for God knows why. Because being drunk and up for 38 hours. Sure, why not? Life for me is okay. Yeah, it's been fun doing this. It keeps being fun. 17 years now. 17 and a half, just about. Like, pretty rad, man. It's pretty bizarre that you people keep watching and listening and all that other fun stuff, and I appreciate you for it. I'm glad, Chris, I've inspired you to get a bidet in every bathroom when you buy a house. Listen, don't even need to wait. That's extra cost, my friend. You get the bidet seat. That way, cheaper. You don't have to get the actual bidet, we should have just a bidet show. We should create a bidet show on the network. That's what we should do. Right next to Lyle Lovett and Johnny Lovitz. I think that we got to do that on the show. Bidet talk. That'd be great. A little 5-minute squirt of information about bidets. What is my life right now? What am I actually doing? Not even drunk. His stuff's coming out. It's great. It's been fun, and I appreciate you guys being along for the ride. And yeah, the bidet seats. Just get the seat. You don't need the entire thing. Moving forward, what's going to happen moving forward? Your guess is as good as mine. In terms, I mean, we're still going to be doing the show. This is not. It's funny because we see a lot of people. There's like a lot of people going on by the wayside. A lot of podcasts and things going by the wayside. We're not going anywhere because we don't know any better. And we're having fun doing it. We like every week. It seems like we having better and better each week, and it's cool. It's pretty rad. It's a rad thing we got going on here, and I haven't felt this great in terms of doing a show in a while, and it's really cool, and it's been consistent too. Been really consistent, and I think that's a lot to do with where I'm at in life too. So it's been real fun, and I'm glad there's interaction between the people around there. Between you people who watch the show and listen to the show, we thank you and appreciate you. I think that helps a lot too, knowing that people are actually listening as we do this. So like I think the show's going well. I think we're getting into new territories, like I said, with Chesapeake Hockey Week being a thing and the Black Bears credentialing Johnny and Johnny getting back into the photo thing. Like I think that's it's a big boost for us in terms of more exposure. That's a boost for us in terms of more things getting done and us actually wanting to go out and do more things because people are responding to it. Chris asks a question here. Have you thought about adding more shows like you did with the bubble? Referring to the Soderstrom bubble. It's really great show headline, face-off hockey show. We should know better, but meh. You're not wrong, Gun Cannon. But for the shows, I mean, we added Chesapeake Hockey Week this year. There has been a thought of doing more, I guess, non-hockey things. There was a thought of a wrestling podcast. It comes down to time and desire and not getting burned out. because there is that burnout issue too. See, because obviously on a regular week, I'll do Soderstrom bubble taping Sunday night for Monday upload, do Chesapeake Hockey Week Monday night for Tuesday upload, then do the Face Off Hockey Show live Wednesday, then do In the Draft Show, which is the podcast I do with Wilson about NASCAR on Thursday nights for Friday uploads. So I'm doing 4 podcasts as it is right now. We have had thoughts about doing other podcasts or having other people do other podcasts, but then we get into that whole thing of with us getting paid through Blog Talk. Let's peel the curtain back with Blog Talk Radio, how we divvy up that money's there properly in a communist setting. That I don't know about. Obviously, one of us would have to do it, and then we can divvy it up that way, or what have you. The idea of doing more shows is there. I mean, if we wanted to do something, I'm pretty sure we could. It would be rough in terms of time-sensitive situation. Obviously, with the Soderstrom bubble, we can do that whenever, because stuff like that has happened. And Jen's infinite wisdom and infinite knowledge of things hockey, that happens a lot. And that's pretty much why we started that show in general, is A, to help her out more than just tweets, B, so she can not do a long form of the tweets she does have, and C, I can actually hear about this while getting money. So I think that helps too, rather than just sitting on the couch and hearing about these stories. When I go outside the studio, she's going to hit me with a spatula. So there's that. But yeah, I think it's really all about time and things like that. If you guys did have ideas about podcasts, what you would want to see, let us know. Even if it's just segments, even if it's just hits here and there, if we can work it into one of the shows, maybe we can do something like that. The ideas are always out there in terms of expanding the network, but again, it comes to that point where with financials, how that works, because Johnny's the money savvy one here. I would like to have him on if he were to talk about money wise, and again, we would have to be, all 3 of us would have to be comfortable with what the program was, because in general, we would have to like the people who do it and like their work and things like that. Because in the end, if we're going to be producing it, if it's going to be up on our iTunes feed, we would want to have something that's quality, that's something you guys would like overall. So if you have suggestions, obviously pump me with some information what you guys want to see, and we will do our best to see what we can do around it. And if it's something we can do personally, that's awesome, then we can do it. We can add it to our set. If it's something we can't do, or maybe lean you into another direction of people that we might know that do the same thing that we think you would like, we can do that too. So yeah, I mean, the idea is there, the heart's there. It's just time. It's time, really. If we get the time, then perfect. If we don't have the time, then I would rather. It's kind of weird because I would rather almost not do it than to half-ass it. Especially if people want it. If people want something or something like that, then that'd be, that's one thing. But to half-ass it and just kind of just go with the flow, I would rather have nothing than to half-ass it. Go full ass or nothing else. But yeah, if we have an idea and we pitch it to you guys, and if you guys see something and you want to be like, all right, can you expand on this more? If you do a show on this, then we'll definitely listen to it. We'll definitely take it into advisement and then go from there. See which one of us want to do it, and yeah. Ultimately, kind of, I don't know. Maybe it'll come back to me. Who's to say? But we'll find out. Nothing in the plans as of right now. Nothing in the plans in the current future. If in general, but there's a high possibility. If we find something that clicks, then we'll go on from that. I mean, We tried a fantasy hockey thing, but I don't think people are that jazzed in the fantasy hockey, or at least I'm not saying they're not that jazzed, but the hype for it has gone down, and I blame FanDuels for that. Oh, that's another thing we forgot. FanDuel getting into the NHL business and gambling in the NHL. Ooh, spicy. But I mean, yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see what the future holds. We'll see what happens. And go over there. I'm all for it. I'm all for more stuff. More podcast equal more gooder, because it's something I know how to do and something I can do somewhat well. So yeah. Oh, Gun Cannon NASCAR podcast is actually a an odd thing. It's in the draft, so go to inthedraftshow.com, and I'll actually see if it's updated. But I do it with a guy named Wilson, who sounds a lot like our buddy Todd Butts. So if you go to inthedraftshow.com, it's there, and it's podcast, and it's all kinds of fun stuff. It's me and it's Wilson, and it's fun times. It's in iTunes, it's in Spreaker, it's in all the podcasts, and you can enjoy it there. So it's great. It's fun. I enjoy doing that because I am not a host of a show. I don't have to guide the show. Wilson guides the show, and I can just sit back and cruise control on it. And then that's pretty cool. I enjoy that because that's fun. It's fun to kind of cruise on in terms of not being able to not coming up with the rundown, because I like the rundown. But having someone else kind of take the reins is kind of fun too. So that's pretty cool. I like doing that. Being a commentator. Everyone likes being a pilot sometimes. Sometimes you like being a passenger. I'm a passenger in the NASCAR. Kind of weird. I'm passenger in the NASCAR show. Put a last call out here for questions, I guess. Last call out here for questions. If you got any questions on the live chat, hit us up. I should check my Twitter, my Tumblr. I'm not going to check my Tumblr. There's no nipples on there anymore. Can't have nipples on Tumblr, kids. Apparently, people are scared of it. People are scared of the nipples. I don't know why. That's not my Twitter. Well, that is my Twitter. That's the Chesapeake Hockey Week Twitter. But that's not the Twitter I do stuff on. That's not the Twitter that I do my life work on. If you're looking for a State of the Face-Off Hockey Show, the State of the Face-Off Hockey Show is good. State of the Face-Off Hockey Show is something that I enjoy. State of the Face-Off Hockey Show, I think, is something that the boys are enjoying overall. It's also new friends, met some old friends in Dallas, try to create some more things in Dallas. Sometimes people just don't get back to you. That's the nature of this business of social media. Yeah, getting a better camera. I think that's going to be part of my thing in 20. The problem is, and with this camera here, at least with my setup, with well, that's not the right camera I want to do it to. So with my setup here is the light obviously over here. So if I do it like this, it looks a lot better. You can see full bodied me. But then I just like pale myself out, like the light of Jesus is looking after me, which we all know. I haven't been to church that wasn't a wedding or a funeral since probably college. So if I could find either dip thing here, like some kind of coverall, and then like with my fat hand in the way here, and then it would look a little better. But then Jen also gave me her old like Logitech webcam here. Yeah. Maybe try this little eyeball cam, or I got gift certificates to Amazon that I could use too. So, that's something. So, State of the Face-Off Hockey Show, good. I've been this is probably the most fun I've had all year. Mostly because the Caps won. Mostly because I think our shows have gotten better. I think our shows are getting better and better. I think we're coming up with more absurd stuff. And I think the participation on you guys' part, I mean, you guys have been driving us a lot. So that participation has been awesome. So I love the fact that you guys are participating more, not just in the whole haha fuck you game, but just in the show in general, bringing us questions and stuff like that. I enjoy it to the utmost. is there, and we appreciate you guys hanging on, and we appreciate you guys going ahead and being with us. It's cool. It's great. I'm like I keep harping on the 17 years, but when you look at it, I'm 35. I've been doing this since I was 18, and it's a weird feeling that in August, almost half my life I've been doing this show. It's kind of weird. It's kind of fun too, the fact that we've been doing this consistently for going on 18 years. We can buy smokes now. The show can buy smokes now on its own, and we'll be fine. So, yeah, like if you want to go back and go back and watch the old stuff, you want new stuff. I mean, we have. I'm trying to think overall. I think we have all of the first year stuff, which that first year stuff streaming at 12K. Yeah, 12K, ladies and gentlemen. You know, if you thought AM radio sounded bad, wait till you listen to some of our first shows. We have all of that on a good old backup disc. That's fun stuff. Those shows from 2001. Those shows from 2001 where we have a super old soundboard from like the 70s from a radio station. Like that's the stuff. That's the crap. That's audio shit posting right there. Is just those old shows. But like man, maybe we should do that for our 18th. Just the best. We should run a best of show. Do the best of show because there is, I think, at least 2 or 3 best of shows we did. 2002, 2003, and not 2004. So I think we did 2 best of shows for the Christmas season. 2002 and 2003. 2003 for sure because I was stuck in the Crofton studios for that one. Maybe in 2004 because I didn't. Yeah, no, I was in Calgary by that time. But yeah, 2003 definitely. 2002 I think as well. Where I did bumpers for it, where I just recut clips. Like that was when I cared about audio, and when I cared about doing clips and production. And then Johnny took over the production reins, and your boy just hang out and do stuff there. So maybe we should just go back for our 18th and listen to that old best of clips and just cringe about how young and how stupid we sound. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it thoroughly. And I enjoy it now. And I'm enjoying it a lot better now than I have been in the past couple of years. Again, I don't like it kind of sucks saying that, but you get burned out. But with this blog talk radio thing and then find a Patreon, it's been great. It's been really great. Anything else that's going on in hockey today? Whalers thing we'll talk about, I'm sure, a little bit with Jen on the Soderstrom bubble. And that should be going up, who knows, soon rather than later. Hey, Erik Karlsson, the aforementioned Erik Karlsson, suspended for 2 games for a hit to the head. Oops, upside the head. I said, oops, upside the head. World Junior is going to be starting tomorrow. Spangler Cup starts tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Let's don't forget about that. Let's not forget about the Spangler Cup. Because that thing is the bee's knees. That's on a hockey bucket list of mine. So if you want to go ahead and you want to enjoy some retro hockey if you can, especially if you're in Canada, not Ontario, but Canada, check out the Spangler Cup. That ish is for real, and it's a beautiful rink, and the Swiss fans are chanting like psychos. It's the best. Overall, it doesn't look like there's anything really hockey. It's kind of a good thing we took a week off almost. It's kind of good. Just trying to find some stuff here. Overall, but yeah, listen to our other shows. Chesapeake Hockey Week if you're into Maryland hockey. If you're not, support me. Just download it and then I don't know, you throw it away. I just want the download. Just give us the download numbers, and we'll be fine, ladies and gentlemen. Soderstrom Bubble, the history podcast we do with I do with Jen. It's always fun. Oh yeah, that's right. Rick Jenner passed out. Forgot about that. That was kind of scary. I'm not a big fan about Rick Jenner. I think he's like Mike Lang. He's a little highly annoying. I understand people love him, But I'm glad that he's doing well. That's kind of a scary moment. You don't like a voice of a generation or a voice of a team or a voice of an area to go down like that. That's like if Smoking Al Koken, something happened to Smoking Al Koken. My God in heaven, I don't know what I would do with myself. Craig Lachlan, who knows? But Smoking Al Koken, yeah, be a little miffed. Oh yeah, Randy Lee pled guilty to harassing that driver. That's really great. Patrick Berglund, there's the thing. So we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. I think that'll do it. I think we've done it. I think I've done it for a time, for almost an hour, I think. Just about an hour. Let's see if we can stretch this out to an hour. Let's see if we can get more bang for our buck, ladies and gentlemen. More bang for our buck right here. I don't know how, but we'll find a way to do more bang for our buck. Obviously, there's no Patreon this week. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna do hopefully a secret show soon, and by soon I mean hopefully by the weekend or the week's end, and hopefully by the new year, because I really want to get this top 5 goals of the Caps 2018 playoffs, because we were debating that, and I think it'd create for good fodder. But to our Patreon people, like Chris, like Matthew, like Damon, like Mark, like Trista, like Mitch, like Angela, like Brian, like Sean, like Ethan, like Kevin, like Jeff, patreon.com/faceoffhockeyshow. It's fun doing these overtime shows again. It's been a while since we did those. Last time we did them, we had a newsletter, so it's always a plus to go back and kind of do an extra show for people who want to hear an extra show, which we don't do often, because time is of the essence, and time makes fools of us all. Time also makes is what made Morris Day great. The time, right? Anyway, that's another thing we should do, is the official Kevin Smith standings of movies that he's done. Haven't seen Yoga Hosers. I think that would be a cool thing to see. And then we'll go from there. Yeah. And if you got no more questions, I think we're just going to log off here. Thank you guys very much. Thank you for listening. Thank you for hearing us. Thank you for having us for another year. We will come back in full force January 2nd, Wednesday, the first Wednesday of the new year. Lyle Richardson will be back. He's in Newfoundland this week, so he's doing family things, which is another reason why we were going to kind of postpone the shows, because we don't have family fodder, all that kind of fun stuff. So for Johnny P and Mark with a C, who are absent tonight because they're doing their thing, I'm Scotty Waz. Take care of yourself and someone else. This has been the Uncle Scotty Non-Denominational Holiday Extrava-Danza, brought to you by the Face Off Hockey Show and the Face Off Hockey Show Media Faction, powered by Blog Talk Radio. Go to blogtalkradio.com/FOHS radio. Subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. If you're on the YouTube, hit that bell. Hit it. Subscribe. Hit like. 5-star review on Uber. I don't know what that means. Facebook.com/FOHS radio. Twitter.com/FOHS radio. And patreon.com/faceoffhockeyshow. Guys, again, thank you. Have a happy holidays. Have a good new year. Hopefully be safe out there if you are traveling. Be safe if you're out there partying as well. I want to see you guys in 2019. Help us celebrate 18 years. 18 beers for 18 years. Oh, that's a gimmick that would go bad. Terribly. Oh, alcoholism would be the death of us. Literally. Like, that would be the end of it. But thank you all for listening. Love you all. Be safe. And until next week, peace. Where's the button? Where is this? I've been doing this. Where's this button here? Where's this button so I can stop talking about all this gibberish, self-aggrandizing bullshit that I do about this goddamn network? It's all a fake. It's going to be all a fake, and people are going to see right through this whole damn thing. And it's just, I don't know what's going on with